Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Yemi, by the way. Today I'll be showing you a quick video on how to use a bias tape on your neckline. So this is my black bias tape I'm going to be using, and I have cut my cloth already. I'm just starting to sew. I'm just going to open up my bias tape. This is like a 1-inch bias tape, and I place it on the neckline, very close to the neckline, and I just sew about 1/4 inch on the neckline. I'll be joining the bias tape to the neckline by 1/4 inch. It looks really tiny, but I do hope that you can see it. So I'm joining all the way to the end of the neckline, and when I'm done with that, I'll cut the rest of the bias tape from the excess bias tape from the neck, basically. And now I'm just going to make like little notches on that neckline. Let me turn this around so you can see. So I'm just going to make little notches on that neckline. Make sure you don't cut through the seam, just cut to where the seam is about to start. Don't cut through the seam. I repeat, please be careful so you don't have to start from scratch. So I'm cutting this. Usually I do like an inch spacing between my little notches, basically. Now I'm just going to, usually people can just close it like this and go ahead and sew, but that's not what I want to do. I want to make mine a bit smaller. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to iron the seam that I created towards the bias, and I'll fully iron out my bias so that the original structure will be lost. It will not be flat. So I'm just going to iron it that way. I'm kind of sewing this as if I cut the bias strip from the fabric, but even though I didn't, this is like ready-made bias you buy from the store. So now I'm just going to close it that way, fold it that way, and start sewing. I deliberately left excess at the beginning of my sewing so that I could, cover it nicely. So I'm just going to fold it this way. That way the length of my, how do I say this now? I'm going to be sewing really close to the neckline, basically. So this is what I'm doing. With the way I folded the fabric, I'm going to be sewing really close to the neckline where I initially joined the bias to the fabric, but I am still sewing on the bias. It's just really close to the original seam. So by the time I'm done, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So as you can see, my stitch is really close to the original seam I had when I joined the bias to the fabric. And I'm just going to fold this one more time and sew it again. But before I do that, I'm going to cut off the excess bias I have. I'm just going to cut that off. So get that out of the way. And then I'm going to fold it one more time, and because I want my sewing to be easier, I like to just iron first, because it just makes things easier. Things are already in place, I don't have to start struggling to fold stuff myself. That's why I iron most times, and it kind of makes your work neater, so I like to do that. So I iron it this way, make it flat, and then go back to my sewing machine and just sew along the edge of the bias. This time I'm joining the bias again to the fabric. So this is what I'm doing exactly. I'm sewing it. Don't mind what it looks like. It's actually sewing nicely. I just have some thread cut up somewhere, and that's why it looks like that. So don't forget to back stitch when you start, especially when you know that you're finishing up. So that's what it looks like. This is the top I'm making. I have done the same thing for the neckline in the front, and these are the back pieces which you just saw me fix. And that's the second part of the back piece. And that's pretty much all for this video. Just wanted to show you how to finish that neckline. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.